Welcome, everyone, to the regular meeting for the Minneapolis Planning Commission for August 18th. I'm Chris Meyer, and I'm chair of the commission. At this time, I will ask the clerk to call the roll.
Commissioner Baxley.
Here.
Chowdhury is absent. Conley is absent. Gordon.
Here.
Jones.
Here.
Meyer.
Here.
Shefty is absent. Shepard.
Here.
Thompson is absent. Wagner.
Here.
We have 6 members present.
That is a quorum. First, we'll go to the minutes for August 4th, 2025. I do have a request for a revision to them. Sometimes I find that the most interesting things are the motions that fail. So I wanted to request the motion that I made that failed for lack of a second regarding the zoning text amendment that would have left Transit 15 at 4 and Transit 20 at 20 stories. Just request that to be added into it. Is there any objection to that revision? All right. Is there a motion to adopt those minutes with that revision?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? That is adopted. Next, we will organize our agenda. We have 3 items. The first one will just be on our consent agenda. There will be no public hearing for that one. And then staff is recommending that items number 5 and 6 beyond consent. Was anyone here to speak against the staff recommendations for item number 5, 200 West Lake Street, or number 6, the public right-of-way to the east and north of 5117 Harriet Avenue? All right. We will have those on our consent agenda. All right. Is there a motion to adopt that agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? That is adopted. All right. So first we'll move to the tax increment financing one. This is item number 4. Commissioners, is there any discussion or questions about item number 4? All right.
Can we, is this for staff questions? Can we-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'd like to ask a few questions.
Go ahead, Commissioner Baxley.
Well, I don't think we've done a TIF review before.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. So I just want to ask a few questions around why we're using it, appropriateness for this project, if that's okay.
Sure.
And so the finding that the Planning Commission needs to make around this is just, is the project consistent with the comp plan, and doesn't get into the details of what the TIF is.
Financing or
Right.
its reasons why. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Interesting.
And
Well, that sort
the
of
project.
narrows the conversation a bit.
Right, and
Yeah.
so we don't bring them forward typically until you've already acted on the project, which you did
Right.
last meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it known
And
at
this
the
is an
time that-
IZ TIF.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's to provide affordable units within the building.
Where is that item with the appeal?
That went to the Biz Committee of the City Council last week, so the appeal on the 7 points. The appeal was denied, upholding the Planning Commission's decision on that one, and it goes to the full City Council on Thursday of this week.
Okay. Okay, so the council so far is not signaling that they disagree with our finding that it was consistent with the 2040 plan?
Yeah.
Correct.
So was it only, sorry, I'll just ask, was it only, the reason we're using TIF was because to finance, because of the affordable unit component here? Were there other issues there that?
That's my understanding. I don't know, John Hedstrom is here and could speak to it in more detail, but yeah, my understanding on this one is that it's just related to the IZ units in the building.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, would someone like to make a motion to adopt staff findings for item number 4? Is there a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? That is adopted. All right, I will now open the public hearing for our consent agenda. This is items number 5 and 6. If you wanted to speak in favor of these items, now's your chance to do so. All right, not seeing anyone, so I will close the public hearing. I'll just make a comment. I heard from some people who had some consternation about item number 6. You know, they thought it was a giveaway of land to private property owners. staff has reassured me that that's not how that works, and this is not abnormal from things that we usually do, so.
Agree.
All right, any other discussion or comments? Would anyone like to make a motion to adopt
If-
items? Go ahead.
If I may, I think the answer I've received is that it is the county's responsibility to figure out what the disposition of the property is, and it's not the city's.
Right.
So-
Right, and just to speak to that further, so underlying fee title on the land that's being vacated remains as it is. So that's not changing with this. There are several adjacent property owners who have underlying fee title to the land. It just, with the vacation, essentially doesn't convey anything to anyone. There's no land conveyance here. It simply removes the right of the public to access, enter, pass on that property.
All right. We still need a motion. Would someone like to make a motion?
Oh, so moved.
Okay, that's a motion to adopt the consent agenda. Is there any further discussion? Is there a second?
Second.
Sorry. All right, any further discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? That is adopted, and that concludes our business for the evening. Our next regular meeting will be September 8th, and we do have committee of the whole on Thursday. Any other updates from staff or commissioners?
Just a quick update at what's coming to Committee of the Whole on Thursday. So we have a project discussion about a proposed project at 250 Fremont Avenue North, and then a text amendment discussion about some potential upcoming changes to our sign regulations.
Okay.
Fun.
When do we get to go back to City Hall? Do we have any idea?
We do not have a return date at this point.
Okay.
If I can elaborate on that, Chair, there's discussion that because of the amount of broadcast meetings we now have, that it's possible that bodies that are not council bodies will not actually return to City Hall. But that's above my pay grade.
I'm glad you mentioned it so we can have a chance to advocate for going back there. All right. Anyone else? All right. Seeing no one else, we are adjourned.